Are you ready for the rest of the vacation? Well, I've got lots of things to show you. We wound up going to Milan, Lake Como, and a little place called Rho, R-H-O. So come on along, let's go. And here's the first stop in Rho. It was right outside of our hotel, and it is actually a water fountain of some sorts that doesn't have water. And here is the basilica in the middle of town. And of course, another water fountain. They were so beautiful. And on every corner, there was some type of restaurant or cafe or something. And this is how they had the food laid out. And you just went up to the counter and told them what you wanted. Makes life simple whenever it's already prepared and you just pick it. And here is the Piazza in Rho, R-H-O, a very small town where our hotel was, where we stayed at for the greater of a week, and I got to absolutely love. And here is the back Piazza, and everyone in Italy walks. It's just a quaint little place. And here is a church that we wandered into, and it was breathtaking. I have never been in so many basilicas or churches like this in the United States, and they are just so gorgeous. This one was elegantly ornate. It was beautiful, and they had services on regular basis. I mean, this is a working church that is drop dead gorgeous, right outside of Rho, or on the outskirts of Rho that we walked to. I mean, it is so beautiful, and I'm sure that if y'all go to a church like this, but I didn't. During the time that all this was happening, Danny was actually working, and we were walking around. It was me and two of the other wives of his workmates, and we just had a great time exploring our little town of Rho, and then we went to a lot of other places. But right here are a few of the pictures I took, because I run out of power quickly whenever I do video. But they were all so beautifully ornate, I just had to take pictures. And in Rho, the main square is popping on a Friday night. Lots of dancing going on. I loved sitting in this little cafe, having cafe latte every morning while I watch people go down the road. So quaint, so relaxing. And here is a fair of some sorts. They had music playing in the back piazza. And here's some of the roads that I walk down every day. The cobblestones, so gorgeous. And my favorite restaurant while we were in Rho, it's called Visconti. And here is the guy making pizza. Look at the pizza oven, and you'll see him go about actually making the pizzas himself. I was waiting on him to throw it up in the air, but he didn't. He just tosses it from hand to hand and then puts it on the pan and gets it ready. And he would get like 6 or 7 pizzas ready at a time before he would actually put them in the oven, or get all the stuff on them and then put them in the oven. My normal Visconti lunch, a chicken salad, and it was even amazing. We went to quite a few amazing restaurants. This was one of them. We went one night for supper. There is their charcuterie board they brought out, humongous. And they also brought out a big plate. It was a steak, but it was amazing. And here is Milan, outside the Duomo, and there is the famous shopping area that we had to go in. And of course, there is the Duomo that we go in. It is a beautiful church. I can say that St. Peter's Basilica is still the best, but this was really good. You can actually walk on the roof of this church, and you'll see in just a little bit that yes, I did, and those who know me know I'm afraid of heights. But I conquered it, and I walked up on top. They had lots of intricate, detailed patterns and beautiful stained glass windows that just made the church so gorgeous. We took a guided tour through Duomo, and on top of the roof, we actually went down into the basement. I don't think I took any pictures down there, where they found the original baptismal pool for the church whenever it was first built. So it was kind of amazing, but this church was beautiful. Look at that. That is on the roof. Such intricate details from the roof that you can see that I took pictures of. I loved it. Like I said, I'm afraid of heights, but for some reason I was okay until we got to the very top, and then I wasn't too sure. And here we are eating lunch at Galleria, which is on the top of a building right beside of the Duomo. And here's what we had for lunch, something light and simple. And then we went to the Galleria, the huge shopping area, with all the beautiful architecture and the amount of high-end stores. It was breathtaking inside. And of course you had to get on the bull's testicles and spin around 3 times for good luck. And this is in the Escala Opera House, which is real close to the Galleria. It's actually behind it. We were there was no show going on, so we just went in and got to view the actual opera house as it would be, lights up. And we also went into the Opera House Museum, which is on the other side. Had a lot of intricate paintings, a lot of opera pieces. And here's one of the restaurants that we went to whenever we were in Rho, R-H-O. They are actually a Milan restaurant. We had some extremely good food there. I'm going to try to duplicate this one sometime. And here is the Michelin rating that lets you know it was. And this is actually Lake Como. We went to Lake Como for a day trip, had a cruise and a tour guide that took us through, and it was a beautiful little town. Different than Rho, but very sophisticated. The streets were adorable. And then, of course, the cruise on the ship to get to our different ports was breathtaking. Here you can kind of see some of the stuff, and I've got lots of beautiful pictures of houses and towns that are basically clustered on the hills beside the lake. A lot of these places are, some of them are hotels, and to say the least, they're not inexpensive ones. So yeah, I would love to stay there, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. But the beauty of this lake, y'all know we have a lake lot. It is nothing like this because it is so gorgeous. I mean, look at that view. Our boat cruise took us to Bellagio. That was our first stop. Oh, and look at this. This hotel actually has a floating pool in the lake. Kind of crazy, but it did. But our first stop was at Bellagio, and it was adorable.
Hey everybody, it's Susan here, and I am in Bellagio on Lake Como.
Another gorgeous little Italian city. I was told it was very touristy. I actually liked it. It was nice. The streets were gorgeous, and it had, a lot of shops. And look at the side streets. Straight uphill, that's the only thing I did not like. But, you got your exercise in as you was walking up and down to go to stores or to find restaurants. And a lot of the smaller streets too. Very beautiful. Lots of picturesque scenes. Gorgeous. After we had a little bit of time to explore Bellagio, then we also headed off on the boat again to go to Veranna. It was not a long boat ride, but it was, of course, beautiful nonetheless. It amazed me how you could see all these clusters of towns all along the lake. If you have a chance to go, then go to Italy. The people are friendly, the food's good. I fell in love. Don't forget to press that button below and subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. And let our family be a part of your family.